The Knocker at Dusk. My name is Alex, a senior anthropology student at the University of Virginia. I've always been drawn to folklore, those old tales whispered around campfires in remote places, where people still cling to traditions that the modern world has forgotten. Last summer, in 2024, I decided to head out for field research to gather material for my thesis on Appalachian superstitions and protective rituals. After digging through online forums, dusty library books, and chats with professors, I stumbled upon Hollow Ridge, a tiny village tucked away in the misty peaks of the Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia, USA. The place was known for an abandoned hunting lodge from the 1970s and a peculiar custom of carving claw marks on doorframes to ward off evil. I figured it was perfectly authentic data that could even land me a publication. Little did I know, that trip would make me question everything I thought was real. And now, every twilight, I double-check my locks. I left Charlottesville on a Greyhound bus, backpack stuffed with a recorder, notebooks, pens, and a flashlight. From the nearest town, I hitched a ride with a local trucker who dropped me at the trailhead. The hike into Hollow Ridge took 2 hours. Steep paths, slick with mud, trees crowding in like silent watchers, birds calling from the canopy. No cell service, no GPS, just the guy's directions. Stick to the path, boy. Dusk comes quick up here. I laughed it off as small-town caution. When I arrived, the sun was dipping low. Hollow Ridge looked like a time capsule. About 30 log cabins scattered along a dirt road. Roofs patched with tin, smoke curling from chimneys. Folks lived off farming, hunting, and odd crafts, whittling wooden charms or weaving baskets. They greeted me warmly but warily, eyes scanning me like I was an outsider bringing trouble. The trucker had pointed me to Mrs. Harlan's place. She was a wiry woman in her 60s, grey hair pulled back, face etched with lines from hard living. She made a living carving wooden lanterns for tourists who rarely came. "You're the city boy here for stories?" she asked, sizing me up. I nodded, and she let me stay in her spare room for a few bucks and help around the house. Mrs. Harlan lived with her granddaughter, Emily, a sharp 12-year-old with freckles, tangled brown hair, and eyes that darted away when you looked too long. Mrs. Harlan explained Emily's mom had died young from illness, dad off working in the coal mines, so she raised the girl. Emily's smart, but she's a fictiver. Says her mama is still out in the woods, waiting to come home. Don't believe a word, her grave's up the hill. Emily didn't talk much to me at first, just sat on the porch, staring at the trail leading to the creek. Every evening, as fog rolled in from the valleys, blanketing the path, Mrs. Harlan would yank Emily inside, bolt the door, and light an oil lamp. Doors stay shut at dusk. Here, no opening for nobody, no matter what you hear. The first few days were routine. I'd wake to roosters, eat grits and eggs, then wander the village interviewing folks. First thing I noticed, every door had faint scratches on the frame, like claw marks from some animal. Old ones faded, new ones fresh. I asked the village elder, Mr. Boone, about it. He was a burly man in his 50s, beard streaked grey, chewing tobacco. "Them marks, old habit, son, wards off spirits. Don't pry too deep, dusk falls. We lock up tight." He chuckled uneasily, glancing at the woods. I pressed on with others. Most dodged questions about the claw marks. An old lady shook her head. "Don't speak it, brings bad luck." A middle-aged hunter whispered. "Village legend. Fog comes at dusk, and there's an old woman waiting for lost kids." Hear a familiar voice. That's her trap. Curiosity piqued, but the air felt heavier. Finally, I visited Old Man Whitaker, the local herbalist, the only one who remembered the ancient chants. He was pushing 80, hunched, with a scar across his neck like a claw swipe. We sat by his fire, him puffing a pipe, smoke swirling. "You want the truth about the marks? Sit tight, I'll tell you. Hollow Ridge used to be a hunting ground back in the 70s, trappers, after bears and wolves, but there was this old widow, lived alone in the abandoned lodge, found a wolf pup, orphaned, raised it like her own kin, fed it scraps, taught it to hunt. Folks got scared, said she was consorting with beasts, bringing curses. One stormy night, they dragged her out, tied her up, and burned her alive with the pup. Before the flames took her, she cursed them. I'll come back knocking at dusk, claiming the liar's souls, just like you lied about me." From then, her grudge turned her into a ghost, the wolf woman, or the Dusk Knocker. At twilight, when fog hides the trails, she knocks, calling kids' names in loved ones' voices. Open the door, and your soul's dragged to the peaks. Why kids? I asked, recorder rolling. He leaned in. Kids lie easy to skip chores, to dream away loneliness. She hates lies, 'cause the village lied calling her a witch. Starts as a shadow in the mist, hoarse whisper. If the kid answers, she shows true, half human, half beast, fur-striped skin, yellow eyes glowing, black teeth sharp, claws raking wood. Every 13 years, lunar cycle from her death year, she hunts a child with a wolf paw birthmark, sign of a big liar. He taught me a ward chant. Wolf spirit flee, ghost shunned away, door holds strong, heart stays true. I taped it all, heart pounding. This was gold for my thesis. That night, lying on the creaky bed, wind howled through cracks, mixed with distant scratches. Imagination, right. Next morning, I shadowed Emily to the creek. She skipped school, playing alone near the woods. I followed quietly, saw her by the water, picking stones, murmuring, "Mom, I miss you. I promise no more lies come. Get me." I stepped out. "Who you talking to, kid? Your mom's gone." She startled, eyes wide. "Uncle Alex, Mom's in the woods. She says don't tell, 'cause no one believes. But I fib a lot, so she's mad. Don't tell Gran." I patted her shoulder. "No, making stuff up. Gran said your mom's buried. Lying's no good." She shook her head, not making up. "She promises to knock at dusk." Her words echoed Whitaker's tale. That afternoon, dusk hit fast. Fog swallowed the trail, air chill and damp. I wrote notes inside, Mrs. Harlan whittling by lamplight, shadows dancing. Emily huddled in the corner, staring at the door. Suddenly, she jumped. "Uncle Alex, knocking." I strained, nothing. Then ... tap ... tap, soft like fingers on wood. Wind, probably. But Mrs. Harlan paled, dragged Emily to the back room, clamping her mouth. "Hush, ain't nobody." I peeked out, fog thick. No one. Turning back, faint scratches echoed, heart racing. Next day, new gouges on the frame, deep. Mrs. Harlan sighed. "It's starting." "The wolf woman's here," I pressed. "For Emily." She nodded. "Legend. She targets fibbers. Emily's got that paw mark on her neck like the kid taken 13 years back." I checked. Behind her hair, a red birthmark shaped like claws. She lies about her mum to cope. Now it's bait. Fear crept in. No signal. Isolated. I dug deeper. Taped more. Night 2. Knocks clearer. "Emily, ... Emily dear. Open for Mom." Hoarse, sweet but icy. Emily sobbed. "Mom, sorry for lying. I'll open." Mrs. Harlan held her. "Not your mum ghost trick." I scanned outside, nothing but rakes, door shaking, stench of wet earth and fur. Morning. Blood smears on frame. Tooth marks. Journal entry, July 15th. Emily dreamed Mom knocking, but face twisted to wolf yellow eyes. Black grin, lies bad, come to peaks for truth. She woke crying, feverish. I soothed. Just a dream, but doubt gnawed. Interviewed Mrs. Harlan, taped, she's own soul. Burned for kindness, curses liars. July 16th, more talks. Old guy, buddy lost as kid lied bout chores. Heard dad's voice, opened, gone, fur left. Whitaker warned, chant works, if heart pure. Lie even small, she turns it. That night, I chanted at dusk. Knocks, Emily, ... open. I recited, thrice, voice shifted. Alex, ... Alex, boy, open for bro. My dead brother's voice car crash years ago. Froze, my white lie to elder. Just research, but planning to sell the story. Rakes intensified, stench choking. Chant done, silence, mourning, fresh gouges, no blood. Emily worsened, pale, whispering. Mom's back, forgives if no lies. But scared, not Mom. Mrs. Harlan wept, possessed, gotta leave, but trails fogged at dusk. July 18th, Emily snuck to woods. We searched as fog dropped early. Calls from creek, Emily, home with Mum. Her scream, rushed thermally, trans-like handout like opening air. In mist, hunched figure, striped fur skin, glowing yellow eyes, black fangs grinning, claws digging earth. Open for me, Emily. Lies plenty join me in peaks for honesty. Mrs. Harlan shrieked chant, swinging stick. I grabbed Emily, ran, figure pursued, scratches echoing growl winds. Home, bolted door, Emily collapsed, neck clawed fresh, bleeding. Whitaker came, salved soul half gone, lives, but joyless. Wait 13 years, I left dawn, gear plus tapes, photos, Whitaker's ledger, hiking out, dismissed as hallucination. Back in Virginia, replayed tape background whisper. Alex. Dusk comes early. Now, twilights, I lock up. Sometimes scratches, wind, or she followed my lie. Don't know. If reading, check your lies. Don't open it. Dusk. Journal ends. Today, dusk, early, knocking. She says. Today mine.